Very much to have people like us. We came here 30 years ago and started to grow coconuts, because that's the one thing that is needed in tourism in this area is a tropical atmosphere. And we tried to make it look like these brochures said that these places look. All the groups of islands in the Pacific have got their own shape and design for building all of their old sons. This is strictly Samoan style, and this evolved over 1,000 years ago, this style, and they're in the hurricane belt, and aerodynamically it's just about perfect. I built it from two 35mm photographs I took of one of these buildings in Samoa, and it took us 5 years to build it. It was so nice that Hayman Island came down, put the seal of approval on our island, and all the boats have been coming here ever since. After this first year, we laboriously brought water in 44-gallon drums and doled it out to the trees, and we still wasn't aware of the very dry seasons that we get here. So next year we put down a bore 51 feet down and got beautiful water. And it's best water in all the islands, and it's been, well, lately my wife's been calling it her fountain of youth. And because people can't believe her age and all that, and so we just call it her fountain of youth, and that's all part of the
act.
Of the act, yeah. The commercial aspect, well, that's just incidental. We sort of have to have that to keep the wolf in the door, but we like talking to the people and informing them. You know, we send them away actually taking stock of themselves.
They ask me where Adam is sometimes when they come in, the guests, and where's Adam?
Bye.
You can kiss me because I'm not 18.
Thank you. Really has been wonderful. Lovely news. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye-bye, and thank you. The same to you.
It's the most beautiful area in the whole world, and I've seen the most of the world, and if anybody can show me a better place than this, I'll go to it, and they can have this place.
150 acres of Hamilton Island has been transformed into a fauna park, inhabited by a wide range of birds and animals. 4 species of deer roam the hills of the reserve: fallow, chitta, rusa, and red deer. During summer, fawning occurs, and infant deer take their first steps.
This is Red. He's a fawn that I bred from, or reared from a tiny baby. When he was 1 day old, his mother ejected him, so I had to bottle feed him, and which was quite difficult here on the island without the facilities that you normally have. And so I had to have him in my room with me and have him travel around in the car. We fed him every hour to start with, then every 2 hours. Come here, Red. And he enjoyed travelling around the car for about 3 months with me, and living in my double bed. It was necessary to feed him so regularly that I used to set the alarm and just go to sleep for an hour, and when the alarm would ring, I'd wake up and stuff a bottle in his mouth and set it again and go back to sleep. With the 4 different species, we've got 3 types of fallow. We've got a white fallow and a black fallow and a Spanish fallow. They all mix, eat, breed and sleep together and seem to enjoy it.
The fauna park is also home for kangaroos, 4 species of wallabies, 3 species of wallaroos, emus and peacocks. The open plan gives most animals freedom to roam as they please, so that visitors may view them in a natural environment. Dolphin have been flown from SeaWorld on the Gold Coast and will be the star performers at Hamilton Island's Marine Entertainment Centre, Reef World, which will be opened in the near future. Bill and Lean have kept a close eye on the development of Hamilton Island. And what do they think of what Keith has done so far?
Thrilled to death. Thrilled to death about it.
Being done very professionally. He's got so much foresight and know what he's doing and what's going to happen. He's planted 10 trees for every one he's taken out, and he's improving it. As one tourist said when we asked him here what he thought of Hamilton Island when he just come from Hamilton, and he said, it's just exactly like God would have made it if he'd had enough money.
All right, ready to go about?
Ready about.
Okay, we're about. I'd have to say that the whole of Hamilton Harbour and the marina and the buildings associated with that area would be my baby. I'm more anxious to see that well developed than any other part of the island because I believe it's the area that has the real atmosphere. You've got a colonial style fishing village that's quickly taking shape there. It will be something that all visitors to the island will enjoy.
Hamilton Harbour is the largest in the Whitsunday region. Already there are 100 moorings, and when development is completed, this number will increase to 400. The architecture of the buildings surrounding the marina is Australian colonial. Wide verandas and earthy timber combine to create a dockside scene from yesteryear.
Day sailing for the guests, we have Banjo Patterson and Lady Hamilton, which is the boat we're on now. And they're both beautiful boats for day sailing. And of course, Lady Hamilton's also excellent for, week-long charters. And then if the motor yachts are more your liking, we have Achilles at 108 feet, and that's really the most luxurious motor yacht in Australia. The main thing is that yachting is really part of the scene that we're trying to encourage and to popularise. And we're doing this particularly with the Hamilton Island Race Week. We had the inaugural series of 5 races in 1984, it was earlier this year, and almost 100 boats start. For 85, we're looking at least 150 entries, and I believe that within a couple of years, Hamilton Island Race Week will become the most prestigious yacht race series in the Pacific.
The pleasures of the Whitsundays are not reserved only for those who own a boat, though. Yachts and powercraft are available through Hamilton Island charters.
Bareboating is a different type of island holiday. Could be on one of these luxury yachts or on one of our new and innovative power cruisers. They become your holiday apartment on the water. They're not bare of anything except skipper and crew. You become the skipper and your friends and family are the crew. But if you don't feel you've got enough experience or just want a relaxing cruise, we're happy to put a skipper on board who'll run the ship for you and show you the best of the Whitsundays. The Whitsundays are an archipelago of 74 islands, all national parks with many beautiful and serene anchorages where you can swim, snorkel, sailboard, sunbake. If that becomes too much for you because of Hamilton's location, you can come straight back into harbour here and enjoy the highlights of the resort.
I believe that one of the things that's been missing here has been the ability to visit the actual outer barrier reef itself. And to that end, we've already ordered, and we have well under construction, a 120-foot catamaran, which will virtually be a floating hotel. It will have 20 luxuriously appointed cabins. It will be based on the outer barrier reef itself. It will be placed in a situation where our guests can have the very best of diving on the outer barrier itself, the best of game fishing, and the best of bottom fishing.
sunsets on Hamilton Island is a special time of day. The sting of the sun is soothed by a cool breeze, and the clinking of wire rope against yacht masts has an almost hypnotic effect as you reflect on the day just past.
Over the years, I've been lucky enough to visit some of the most beautiful spots on Earth. But really, the best part about traveling is coming home. And like I said in the song often enough, you know where that is for me. Hamilton Island here is really one of the most beautiful spots in Australia. Hope you've enjoyed your visit as much as I've enjoyed being here.
Thank you.